Okay, so actually, I think we should go. We're live. We're gonna go right into this Julie pulling up to.
Oh my god, we're going straight to that?
I think we should. I think it's
Okay.
hilarious. I mean, did you talk to her about the podcast
No,
at
I
all?
haven't. I don't think I've talked. I just mentioned that we're recording another one today, and she was like, "Oh yay!"
No, I've actually. Okay, so a bunch of my coworkers at Dutch Bros are like have been super excited about it as well, and we've gotten like probably like 10 people now have requested to be on it, and honestly, a lot of them are asking to be duets. What are your thoughts on having two guests at one time?
Guests at the same time.
Yes, perhaps on two states at one
Yeah,
time.
no, that's like our brand is two, but two guests seems like a lot. I feel like we'd be leaving someone out for a lot. I don't know.
I think we would too because I feel like usually when
Our
I bring
attention span is already so limited. Like we jump from topic to topic. Like having two people on here.
I will say we're doing the Dutch Bros Dunzo Manifesto. That's gonna be Ari and Caleb though, because that's gonna be a shit show. That's gonna be like
Holy shit.
the everybody. We're all officially we've left the company.
Oh,
Here's our fucking story. You know?
it sounds like there's someone leaving the company that I didn't know of.
No, none of them are leaving yet. That's like a spoiler for like maybe 2 years down the road. I don't know when it'll happen. You know what I mean? So.
Damn.
I'm being a little ambitious bringing that up.
Being a little ambitious, but I like it. Ambition is the key to something.
No, but what I wanted to say about like the coworkers knowing about it and your mom knowing about it was so funny when she came through. She was talking to me about it and she was so excited about the situation with Andy, which I'm just gonna name drop now because
oh my god, no, she did message me and say I need to hear more about Damien and Andy, and I was like, oh god.
I honestly I wish there was more to say, but to any of the viewers out there wondering about me getting asked out and then just shitting the bed, I guess, about as hard as you can.
We talked a little bit about it off camera or off the recording, and it just is worse than you could ever imagine.
It's a lot worse than
it's so cringe.
I just removed him, so we're moving past it, and
you took the final step. You cut all ties.
I did. I removed everything, so we're just moving on because we weren't like that good of friends. We were like more mutual friends.
So much more is the thing.
We could have been, but I don't think that's for me. But that's
to each their own.
That basically sums it up. Unfortunately, I really do wish there was more I could say because that was like Julie's favorite subplot of the podcast, I guess.
Oh my god, the subplot.
I don't even know. Episode 3 or whatever, her favorite section of it. Damien dealing with.
How are we gonna top that? How are we gonna top that?
I actually don't know. That might have been the peak of two states at one time.
Honestly, you guys can stop listening. That's it.
You can. That sums it up. But no, we do have a bunch of interesting plans for this one. I think. Do you have any that stand out to you? You really wanted to jump right into?
Honestly, I feel pretty like middle about. Like I feel pretty good about all of them. I could talk about anything here for a while.
Well, let's just talk about dealing with failure then, because we're both complete fuck ups
Holy shit.
and are incapable of living our lives. So. You want me to start this off
with? You start this one off.
Okay.
Because mine's going to be a little bit more depressing, I think.
Is it? Okay. I guess I just wanted to talk about dealing with failure because lately I have been. You ever feel like you're getting really good at something, and then you completely shit the bed, and you're like, actually, wait, I'm so bad at this.
You're speaking into my soul.
I'm speaking your language. This is a familiar feeling. So. I don't know if this ties into like imposter syndrome or like if this is just human nature, but like when it comes to like my job or like video games, sometimes I'm like, wow, I'm doing so great. Like I am actually the best at my job. Nobody can top me. We're the best at like League of Legends, whatever. And then something will happen, and in this case, like at work or in League, and I'm like, wow, I am actually so bad, and I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Does that sound familiar to you?
It sounds very familiar. I'll actually just kind of take over for a second so I can talk how familiar that is to me. So in my musical theater major, we do a lot of singing, we do a lot of dancing, we do a lot of acting. We're there a lot. We do a lot of performing.
He does it all, singing, dancing.
Yeah, literally all of it. And I've been into like a little bit of like a and like the movements. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think I'm getting good. I think, like by the time I graduate, I'll be able to book some really like cool stuff, and I'll be able to be a part of some really cool things. And
I have a
then
quick question before you go on this tangent. How important do you think the movement is? The schmovement.
the schmove. What do you mean the schmovement?
You're
Like the
talking
feeling good
about,
about things?
well, like the actual like movement. You know what I mean? Like you're talking about dancing and
Oh,
like how,
so important.
okay,
Oh
like
my god.
90% or less.
Well, it's for different kinds of stuff. I
That's
mean,
true.
like the principal rules for most shows aren't going to be big dancers, but they're going to want bigger names, people who've been doing it more to be the principals. So like for the way that I'm going about this, I'm hoping I can get some like ensemble rules. I'm getting to be much more so of a dancer than I was before I came here by a large margin. Not like insane. I can't do like flips and stuff, but that's a whole other thing. It's
Wait,
not
I've never
dance.
even asked. Like, what is your like? What do you consider your like specialty? I guess your expertise
Oh,
in
I'm
theater.
definitely a singer first, and then the other two I'm working on.
What are
So
the
I don't
other? What
know.
are the categories actually? There's singing,
There's
dancing, and
singing, dancing, and acting. Those are the three things in musical theater, and
the holy trinity of emo
it's the holy
bands.
trinity. And people like, especially when you're younger, like in high school, everyone always talks. Oh, like what's your first thing? What are you best at? And you rank them. Everyone's like, I'm a singer first. I'm a dancer first. I'm an actor first. Whatever it was. I was always have been, always will be a singer first. Um, and I'm realizing this failure has to do with that, actually. I had been a little bit lax with my practicing on some stuff, and I hadn't performed this
Was it
particular
singing?
song. It was singing. In our demonstration lab that we have once a week, where they'll have different things perform, or we do different things in the class with all of the programs, so all of the musical theater people get together. And it's a good time, it can be a lot of different things. It can be, we'll have a guest speaker. It can be anything.
Mm-hmm.
And this particular time, it was the junior class was presenting songs they would use for an audition. And I was 20th. We are the biggest class, so I was 20th. And I had to wait that long. And then I go up, and in that moment, I haven't performed like for my classmates in a while. I don't know what happened, but I started to suspend, which is a thing that happens where you breathe and you don't keep your normal breathing pattern. You breathe in, you suspend, you don't let it out. You're just kind of holding. It's like you're holding your abs, you're holding your core.
Is this
But
like a form of choking? Is that what that is?
like if I were to say in video game terms, I choked. I choked
Oh,
hardcore.
fuck.
I got up there. I went to do my song. It's a lot higher than a lot of the stuff I usually do, but I was like, you know what? I've been working on this for a while. Yeah, I, there was a point in the song where I don't think there was sound coming out of my mouth, and I was just moving. I was just moving my mouth, and I
What
was like,
what happened to you? Like, what was going on? Like, were you actually not singing, or like,
well, I was singing, but like, the nerves of just performing in front of my peers, which people say is your hardest performance, because these people all study the same shit as you. They do the same stuff as you. So if you fuck up and they don't, it's like,
That's that is so shit. Actually, now that I think about it,
It's hard because it's your hardest performances, your hardest like times will be in front of the people that do the same shit as you, because they have a reference. They know what's going on. They know if you fuck up, that kind of stuff, And they did know I fucked up.
Did anyone say anything to you after, or were they like?
Well, afterwards we went up. There were three of our professors took notes and gave us notes at the end. And one professor in particular, just kind of tore into me. They were like, "Yeah, that was rough," and I was like, "Yeah, I know." And they were like, "No, like that was really rough. I've sung that song a lot of times. You got some words wrong," and I was like, "I did." My copy of the music had wrong words printed out on it, so I was like, "Awesome." And he was
Wait,
like, "Yeah."
are you in charge of doing your own prints then, or like they didn't send you this?
Well, we have to find a lot of our own music. Sometimes they send it to us, and sometimes they'll send us a PDF, and the PDF is just a little gross, so you can't tell what some of the words are. So you like, it's computers. So sometimes things are good, sometimes they're not. And I was like, oh, cool. So I misread that. And then he was like, there was no acting. There was nothing going on in your face. And I was like, oh, I really thought I was bringing it. And he was like, well, you weren't. And I was like, okay. He was like, yeah, maybe you don't keep that one in your book. And I was like, okay, Pog. A whole year's worth of work on a song, and because I fucked it up, I for this whole weekend was questioning like, am I doing the right thing? Should I drop? Like, Do I just move back to Oregon and just fucking find a job? What's going on with
Oh,
that?
you had the full fucking existential dread all at once.
Full existential dread for the entire weekend. And I was like,
So, wait, there's a critical detail. You said for the weekend. We're on Monday.
We're on Monday. I'm on the up and up, you know?
Oh my god, that was quick.
It was it was a really rough weekend, I can tell you that.
Well, yeah, we need to backpedal because we can't just, gloss over the weekend. I guess, take me from the beginning then. Like, it's Saturday, it's that first day of the weekend. Everything is...
day of the weekend.
What the hell did you do?
Song. Oh, God. Yeah. I didn't do anything, and I did a lot. I don't know. This weekend, I was like, okay, you know, that sucked. And then the next day, I was like, I'm going to just, like, fuck around with the song, see if I can change some stuff up so I can be more consistent. And the more I sung it, the more I was like, maybe I don't even like this song anymore. And then I got pretty sad for a while, didn't look at my music, which I look at my music every day. So that was a weird thing. And then I was like, I'm gonna just set this aside for now. And I've decided I'm not gonna work on that one for a little bit. I'm gonna let it sit. If I want to return to it and do the work and, you know, try to find how to make that more consistent and a fun song for people to listen to, that's one thing. But I'm like, there's other bigger, better things I need to work on. Like, I have to present in class a different song fully staged out tomorrow. And I was like, I can worry about that now. And I've got other shit to worry about. And, you know, I've got body image issues to worry about because I'm in the theater industry.
The body image issues. Fuck.
So, you know, I really just took it as, you know what? This is like going to be a little reset for me, you know? I had my ass torn apart by this professor, metaphorically, not literally, just in case anyone takes that out of context. And maybe I needed that because I was getting a little too full of myself in the moment. But I still think about it a little, I'm not like fully good. I'll be real.
Okay, so I'm curious because like, it sounds very similar to the experiences I have when I fuck something up. Yes. But I am so like in my head about it that like I can't freaking like live with myself. I'm like, oh my god, I messed it up, and then I eat, sleep, breathe, and shit that memory.
Yeah, like, no, that's usually that's how it is for me for a lot longer. But this time I was like, fuck it. So, you know, I went to the gym, I went outside, I got some sun, which I don't usually do because I'm inside every hour of every day. Played some Pokemon Go. I said, you know what? I'm going to treat myself. And I had a little chicken sandwich, and I was like, yum.
Did you eat a whole loaf of bread with it, or you go for Subway?
No, not a whole loaf of... I didn't do that. But it was a fried chicken sandwich, so it was probably worse for me than a whole loaf of bread.
Oh, okay. Where'd you go? Are you like a Chick-fil-A, Popeyes?
There's actually this local place called Pretty Bird that's pretty fire.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. I gotta ask though, are you Chick-fil-A or Popeyes?
I've never been to Popeyes, but Chick-fil-A is like homophobic, but like their sauce is really good, so it's like a whole thing.
Okay, yeah, so hold on. Let's take out the homophobic part of Chick-fil-A. We're picking a sandwich for flavor. Chick-fil-A is?
Yeah, if they didn't have the sauce, they're completely mid.
So I gotta say, and I don't know if people are gonna want to hear this, I don't like fried chicken at all. So I'm
someone who wanted to drive like an hour and a half to a Popeyes with me.
I later drove an hour and a half to that Popeyes without you, actually, and I was like, why the fuck did I do this?
You don't even like fried chicken?
I actually, yeah, so I don't really like fried chicken. I don't know if like maybe just the way my family makes fried chicken is not good, or if it's just something I straight up don't like, but yeah, I've just developed over the years like a distaste for fried chicken. But like my family hella eats fried chicken. Like my mom, anytime we're going out to Eugene, like my brother and I, she'd be like, hey, grab us some KFC. And I'm like, that's probably the worst fast food chain I could imagine stopping at. No, I'm not getting KFC.
I'm gonna have to just cut in. Worst fast food chain? Any taco place, any American Mexican places, Taco Bell, Del Taco, Taco Time, they can all eat my ass.
But the problem is there's a beauty to it. You know what you're getting. I think so. Have you paid $1 for a taco that's complete shit but also low key kind of fire?
No, they're always just complete shit, and I say, man, I could have not done this.
What do you go for at Taco Bell when you're there? You're pulling up.
I pull up. if I'm going to Taco Bell, which is 1 in a million,
Mhm.
I will usually, if I'm with a group of people and they're like, hey, it's 1 a.m., I want Taco Bell. 9 times out of 10, I'll say no. Or I'll say, I'm not getting anything, but we can go. But when I get Taco Bell, which is once in a blue moon, I'll get the like Doritos Locos Tacos.
That's why, man. They're so shit.
The Cool Ranch ones? No, those are freaking, that's the only good part.
No, that's not it. I have an impromptu little thing we can do for the podcast. What do you think about
little thing? Is this what's going on?
I want to make a fast food tier list really fast.
Fast food tier list? Holy shit.
Is this a thing we can do here?
I mean, yeah. This is for the most part a video podcast, but we can be speaking this out into the world.
Okay, all right. Just give me fast, just quick and dirty. Arby's, S through
Arby's, D. S through D. I'm gonna say
we'll call D F actually. Arby's is B. That is so fucking criminal. Burger King.
Burger King B.
Little Caesars.
Oh, okay. This is a hard one because the amount you're getting for the amount you're paying is that's like A tier.
Okay.
But the way it tastes, that's D.
Oh,
I'm gonna go C. C.
Carl's Jr.
Fucking F.
Okay, Chick-fil-A.
I'm gonna go B because of that sauce.
Chipotle.
I don't like Chipotle. Or is this a group thing or is this me?
This is you. This is you. I want to do mine afterward. Oh my god. Domino's.
Domino's.
You're a sick fuck for that. I want to start there. Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen. That's C.
Let's see. Have you been to real quick? Have you been to like Mucho Gusto or Qdoba?
Neither.
Okay. At work, we have a debate going on right. Not even a debate. Honestly, everyone who disagrees with me is wrong, so it's not a debate. But basically, we're talking about Chipotle, Qdoba, and Mucho Gusto as the like premier Mexican burrito bowl like place, and
really?
Everyone really loves Mucho. I think Mucho is really good too. I think it's second. Anyone who says Qdoba is better than those other two, though, is fucking dead ass wrong. But Five Guys, burgers and fries.
Five Guys is the taste is A tier, the cost is F tier. I don't know, man. Five Guys is pretty good. I'm gonna give it a B.
B, okay. In-N-Out.
In-N-Out. This is so upsetting because I think In-N-Out is not everything it's brought up to be, but
I actually agree with you. I'll do my tier list right after yours.
I'm gonna say A.
A tier? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jack in the Box.
Fucking F.
KFC.
D.
Okay. We're calling it F now. I renamed it, but McDonald's.
Sure. McDonald's. That's an A tier. You know what? You know what you're getting, which is random.
Panda Express.
Panda Express is S tier. I love me some.
Okay,
some Super Greens.
Papa Johnny's.
Papa Johnny's.
Papa Jonathan's.
Papa Jonathan. I'm gonna give that one a nice B.
Okay. Pizza Hut?
I've never had Pizza Hut.
I won't rank it then. Popeyes chicken sandwiches.
Never been, but I'm gonna give it an S because you wanted to go an hour and a half and still hated it.
Okay. Sonic.
I
didn't hate it actually.
I haven't had Sonic since I was like 6 years old, so I'm gonna give that a D or an F, I guess.
Subway. A loaf of bread. How do you rate an entire loaf of bread?
You're gonna hate me for this.
No shot. You're not putting it in A, man.
You build the sandwich yourself.
Oh my god.
Once you accept that you're going to be eating an entire loaf of bread, it's exactly what you want.
Think about the other sandwich shops. You ever been to Firehouse or Jersey Mike's?
No.
Okay, Jimmy John's at least?
Fucking no.
Okay, you've gone to the most shit sandwich place, so you just think it's A.
With that, it is homey.
No, you think it's A because you haven't been to any good ones.
You're spending far too long on this.
Pizza Hut.
I already said I've never been to a Pizza
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell is F.
Wendy's?
Wendy's nuts? No. I don't like Wendy's. Wendy's is like a C.
Okay, White Castle?
Never been.
Okay. So I will say, I think for me, I would put Panda A, McDonald's A, In-N-Out would be B, actually, I think. I'm just gonna talk about the notable ones because we've kind of wasted a lot of time on this. But
This is the most random thing.
my F tier would definitely be like Dairy Queen, White Castle, Carl's Jr., Jack in the Box, Chipotle would get moved.
I understand that people don't like Dairy Queen, but that is the only thing in Junction City, Oregon that was open at the time of my homeschool group co-op's like break.
That doesn't make it good though, you know?
Because I had it so much, it is good in my heart.
It's not good ever. But I'm gonna move Chipotle up to S because I eat there every fucking day.
Every fucking day.
Honestly, when I'm going to school and I'm on campus, it's a hard S for me. But we'll get back to our regular scheduled program here. I really needed to know.
No, that was insightful to know that you're so wrong about so many things.
No, it's just I don't know. I'd be curious. You mainly did the tier list. Like I put your list on the board and just kind of verbalized mine, but I don't know. Leave in the comments how awful Kate's fucking.
Literally shut up. Okay. We're gonna move on from this because this is insane.
It's bad. You put Arby's so high, too. Oh my god.
Bro.
Your family single-handedly keeps Arby's Junction City alive.
Junction City, and I keep the one in Salt Lake City open, baby.
That's what I've been hearing is I don't actually know how much your family goes to Arby's, but
I don't know either. But you know what? I'm down for a roast beef sandwich any time of the day.
It's nah, man. Anyways.
Okay. But I'm going to be moving on to our next section because my cat's been annoying me during this recording. And on our little topic sheet, I jotted down owning a cat. I don't remember why I wanted to talk about it weeks ago, but now I can talk about it with fucking anything. This motherfucker, I love my cat to death. She is she's my child. I love her. I spend every day with her. But she drives me up the fucking wall. I've had my DX Racer gamer share since like 8th grade.
Oh my god.
And that thing was pristine. As soon as I got her, this thing is destroyed. There are claw marks everywhere. There's stuff coming out of it. I'm like, come on, girl.
Jeez. Wait, how old is your cat now? Is she a year old yet?
Oh, I got her when she was a year old. She's fucking almost 2?
Almost 2? Okay. Yeah. Refrigerator, right?
Yeah, refrigerator.
You took her cross country.
What was that?
You took her cross country, right? She came.
I did. I took her cross country. She did great in the car.
How do you transport a cat like that? Do you have to like get like puppy pads or like where do they?
No, she just holds her bladder. Cats can hold it for a long time.
And then
let her go right before we get in, and then I say, "Hey, we're gonna drive for 14 hours." And she goes, oh. And I go, "All right."
Wait, does your cat make a lot of noise?
She used to not, but goddamn, the more I'm at school, the more that she is a needy little bitch. Love her to death again.
Is she annoying your roommates?
They're all allergic to her and they all love her.
Oh my god.
They all love her. They all pick her up and play with her. And I'm like, you guys are going to be sneezing. This is not on me. This is on you.
Why would someone allergic to cats move into a cat house?
I don't know.
Make that make sense to me.
A cat, and they all said, "Hey, I'm a little allergic to cats." Except one of them is pretty allergic to her, and he plays with her the most. I'm like, "What's going on?"
He's dying. Is it worth the suffering though?
I think it is. She's cute as hell, but yeah, no. So she stays in my room every night, and she didn't used to do this, but she's been doing this new thing where around 3 a.m. she'll get her kibble, pick some up with her mouth, bring it over to the bed, and then chew it next to my ear. How does she know that that's going to be loud? How does she know? Does she need to be close to me? It's like, and then I wake up to that shit and I'm like, hey, no, not now.
Literally. Why don't you put the food up at night?
Well, because she likes to graze, you know? I want her to be able to eat when she wants to eat. I don't want her to meow at me because she's hungry. I'd rather wake up from her eating.
No, just put the food up. Also,
I also don't really have a place to put it up.
Oh, okay. Where do you keep her litter box in your bathroom?
Keep it in my bedroom.
I'm trying to do cat tips 101. I hate that. I hate everything about that.
I hate it because so I live in a apartment or like a kind of duplex kind of deal with 3 other guys, and
it's all boys all the time.
It's me and the boys, yes, all the time. Well, except one of them has a girlfriend and she's here like all the time, but she's awesome, so we don't care. But yeah, so there's 3 bathrooms actually, which is really nice. There's mine and my roommate Nathan. We share a small little bathroom. You know, it's just like it gets the job done. But there's not enough room for a litter box. So I was like, all right, I guess this has to go in my room because everyone's favorite person in the world, James Wong, he was like, hey, I've had a small room all my life. I'm gonna pay extra so I can have the master room. And I was like, okay, that means he has his own bathroom as well. So he has this huge ass bathroom, and I swear to God, if he ever listens to this, he's gonna kill me. But like, I feel like he doesn't use it. he straight up just uses the downstairs one like all the time, and I'm like, come on, bro.
He's got to keep it pristine if anyone visits.
God.
If they go in there, they're like, "This is the nicest fucking bathroom I've ever seen. It's got the marble counter."
And he's like, "Yeah, don't breathe in there.
Don't."
Anyways, but yeah, and then we have the downstairs like community one, which is also our other roommates. But it's like, I don't want to use that one, you know. But yeah, anyways, there's not enough room for the litter box in my bathroom because it's not the master bedroom one. So she shits in my room. So I have to keep that thing pretty scooped out constantly, or else, because like, I mean, litter, you know, it helps with the scent and stuff, but man, she is a stinky cat.
Really? I haven't had to have that experience, but I also keep it in the bathroom. So, and I think one of my cats is like indoor outdoor, and they don't even use it, so it's like, you know, never full, you know.
Yeah, I get that. She is not. She tries to get outdoors. That's a new thing. Also, she used to, you know, like look outside and stuff, but now she like will go outside, but then lay right on our mat. She just wants to be outside. She doesn't want to go anywhere. She just wants to be outside. I'm like, come on, work with me.
Are you worried she'll run away? I've never had a cat like flee.
Oh, I'm so worried. She's such a little turd.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? We do our best. We do our best. Anyways, that's on owning a cat.
I've had 3 now, but I had like Dixie and Cheese forever, and like they were both indoor outdoor, and they never really went anywhere. Honestly, the biggest pain in the ass. I don't know if you've had this experience with an indoor outdoor cat, where they bring you a snake. They like get an alive gardener snake and just bring it in your house, and they're like, "Hey, this is for you," and they just drop it in your fucking bed or something.
That wouldn't happen. That's insane. That never happened to me. But my family's cat, Marissa, she was an indoor outdoor cat, or is still, and she used to be quite a hunter in the way that she would bring any dead animal or anything she killed or anything back to our house and leave it either at the entrance to our car, at the entrance to our house, or at the like fronts, like inside our house, just barely. But it'd always be dead.
She'd always kill it. No,
she would always kill it.
My cats do alive ones.
That's
every
crazy.
time, every single time. It's like honestly the worst experience I've ever had. Like I hate going into my living room and there's a gardener snake on the floor, or in my room and it's on my bed and I'm just like, oh my god. Anyways, I keep my window closed now so they don't try and jump into my room. Now they just get left in the living room, but
that's cute.
Fall is around the corner, so the snakes are all doing whatever snakes do in the fall.
Snake stuff. No, yeah. To end out this cat discussion, I will say our Marissa, she never brought in alive stuff, but there was a point during high school when, you know, I started staying up later and, you know, waking up earlier and, you know, ruining my sleep schedule like that. And I remember at around like midnight, every night, I would hear cats fighting and I never knew if it was her. I'd be like, you know, like screams, you know, agony. And at first I was like, oh my God, you know, I checked outside the first few nights. And honestly, by like the 5th night of a long time of it happening, I just was like, you know what? I believe in her.
I believe in you.
I believe in her. I'm going to put on my, my headphones, turn on some random speed run, and I'm going to fall asleep while you fight for your life.
Can you sleep? Like actually watching something? Cause I can't.
Oh yeah, I can sleep watching. I have to have something playing usually to fall asleep, like white noise or. I'm
the opposite. If there's like audio noise, anything white noise, I am fucking dead ass awake. You know, it does not work.
You could not live here because James Wong sings into the morning.
Really?
He will sing into midnight. Yeah, it'll be 12:30 and he'll still be singing.
Oh no! Didn't you get him the box? What happened to the box?
The belt box? Fucking okay. So you're not supposed to use it for like prolonged amount of time. It's so like when you're singing and you're like fortissimo, which is like the louder dynamics. You're supposed to use that so it doesn't like annoy people. But I was like, maybe he'll just use it all the time. I don't think he's used it more than 3 times.
Oh, so it was more of a gimmick present.
You know what? He's used it a few times though, and you know what? Once is more than 0.
Respect for that.
Respect. Yes.
No, yeah, I don't know. do you have you had like historically like a hard time sleeping, or what's your sleeping track record? Are you a degen?
What does that mean?
Like your sleep schedule's fucked. Like it's degenerate.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% that.
You are even during school right now, or like what's it looking like currently?
My sleep schedule is really hit or miss. Sometimes, like I'll be a human and be like, oh, it's time for me to go to bed. 30 minutes later, I'm asleep. Other times, I'm just kind of chilling in my room, and I'm like, it's 10 p.m. I should probably start getting ready for bed. And then by 4 a.m., I finally fall asleep, and then wake up at 7, and then I go with that for about a month. And then I start to feel really sick for some reason. And I'm like,
oh, you get
God,
that degenerate sleep schedule sickness where you're just like,
and
everything
is
awful.
On? God, I'm upset all the time and I feel awful. And then I'll sleep for like a day straight, missing all my classes. And my professor's like, hey, just like checking in. You don't usually miss. And I'm like, hey, I don't know what happened. But I'm good now.
Fuck me. I actually have like had similar experiences, but my sleep schedule is super fucked because I work a lot of mornings, and then the thing is I want to be up super late playing video games with my friends.
Mm-hmm. So everyone else is up that time.
Yeah, so it gets fucked because I end up sleeping from like 4 to like 7, and then I'm up from 7 p.m. until I don't know, midnight, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. Get up at 5 for work, and then work till 3, and then I repeat the cycle. And it's
that sounds awful.
It is, because my majority of my sleep is split into 2 sections: the middle of the day, and then the couple hours I get before 5 in the morning when I wake up.
Yeah, you got to start looking at it as you're taking 2 naps.
I do. I don't get any quality sleep. I'm always tired now. I'm always constantly dealing with like, I'm so sleepy, but I can't fall asleep.
I thought about trying to get into that. People say like there's those like experimental sleep schedules, or like what people used to do where they're awake for 4 hours and they sleep for 2 hours and they're awake. And I'm like, that's a lot of sleep. But also then I don't think I'd ever feel like I slept enough.
I think, okay, and I'm not an expert on this. We actually have like a lab at UO that looks at sleeping patterns, and it's a
Really?
it's a psychology lab that looks at sleep. It's pretty sweet. I actually was like considering like applying to be an RA there, but I got into a different lab and I really like mine. But the way I understand sleep is you do need one big section of sleep, and then like you can take naps and they're not like negatively impacting you, but yeah, you actually like, it messes with your like heart if you're like not sleeping. Yeah, especially at night too. That's the weird thing too, is like if your big sleep, like you're a knock person, is during the day instead of night, it can still be super like hard on your body. So
that's so weird.
Yeah, sleep is so finicky.
I can't believe that I get to talk with an actual professional on this.
Oh my god. You're right. I actually, I don't know why he's telling me I'm a professional made me think of this, but one of my coworkers was talking to me about our last episode and how they were like, they said something like, I saw you were trying to hold it back and you had to reel it in a little bit, because I went pretty fucking degenerate on the last episode.
What? I can't even remember.
I just saying like derogatory stuff. I don't know. Talking about sex and whatever.
God. When you said like cream pie and shit like that,
I don't know.
Like, all right.
I don't know. I did have to reel it back in. Some of these episodes,
you let it all hang out for a little bit there.
I did, but I feel like this episode's been chill as hell.
I mean, we had a whole we have things to talk about, but we had a whole section where we ranked fast food, so
that was sick as fuck. All right. Okay. Comment if fast food tastes as shit, because it is. Just tell me.
The thing is, it's all fast food, so it's all shit.
No, it's not. Chipotle is awesome. It's great.
Okay, so I'm gonna transition us to get past the fucking fast food. So we're
talking about it's inevitable.
Sleep schedules. Let's talk about burnout a little bit.
Getting burned out.
Yeah, I'll be real. I get burned out all the time. It'll be like a week by week thing where honestly some days I'm like, all right, I'm fine. And other days I'm like, I don't think I can do another day of this. I need a break.
I wonder if that's like fatigue or if it's burnout. Because I consider burnout like usually when you've done something, a while, and then like you don't want to do it anymore. Like
really.
I don't know. Maybe we're defining I guess like define burnout for me in your
I guess
mind.
like for me, like I use the term burnout almost exclusively for school because that's my entire life is the university.
Mhm.
And it could have something to do with fatigue as well because I do so much physical stuff with my major. But I after about a month of classes, which we're in week 5 now at the U, and you know it's a good time. But
Wait, you're at week 5, dude. I'm gonna
yeah,
go into week 1 next week.
yeah, we're in week 5 right now.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we do semesters. We don't do trimesters. So we
Okay.
have just 2 bigger ones, but we start earlier, end earlier, all that.
Well, go on.
Anyways, yeah, so burnout for me is, I'll give an example. I am going to class. I have dance class at 9 in the morning every day, except Fridays we have it at 8:30. But the parking lot it gets full at 8:30, so that means I have to get there at 8:30, and then be there through all of my classes. Which you know, if I go to the gym too, which is like I don't know around let's say for 3:30 around that time. So I'm there 8:30 to 4 most days. And I'm doing all of my homework and I'm being physical the entire time. And I see the exact same 12 people every single day and they all drive me up a wall or I love them. You know, it really depends on the day. And, you know, every once in a while I'll hear like the word like lyrics and I'll be like, I don't think I can do this for like a little bit. I think I need to be away from this building for 3 days, you know? That's burnout for me. Just having like a little break.
Okay.
I need that.
See, what I consider to be burnout and like my experience with burnout has been more like if I'm doing something for a long time or if I do something a lot in a short period. So it's like one or the other, right? So like for you, school works great as an example because like you've been doing it, you know, forever and you've never taken a year off. Same thing works for me. But basically it makes sense that you could be burned out of school because it's like you do it year after year constantly and you're just tired and you need a break from it. But then like the other type of burnout for me is like, oh, I'm doing this for 8 hours a day for 20 days straight. And then you kind of feel burned out by that. You know what I mean? You're like, I literally don't want to do this. I can't do this thing anymore. Like I just do it all the time. I need out. And then like that way you can get burned out of things you like too. I don't know if that's happened to you.
Yeah, no, 100%. But like, I guess what I want to ask is like, do you have like a cure for that? When you get burnout, can you come back, or do you usually just like you're like, I'm done?
I've had 2 major examples of this. One was like League of Legends. I was playing it all the time. I hit like the highest rank I'd ever hit. You know, I was in the middle of like Diamond. This was a few seasons ago, so it was like less than 1% of players for that rank or whatever. I was like trying to be like, you know, I considered myself pretty good at the game then. And every day I logged on, if I won or lost, it didn't matter. It was just not fun anymore. And it was just so stressful. I was like, I don't want to play. I actually stopped playing for 7 months before I came back, and that cured it. And now I'm having like a good time again. But the thing is, your other example, like school, I have not found like something that works for school or my job. So like Dutch Bros right now, I'll do a lot of like 13 days straight without a day off because of my 2 jobs. The way they line up, it just gets unlucky. And then, or I've been at Dutch Bros for 3 years in general. So like, it just doesn't work for me. You know what I mean? I'm just like,
That's crazy. I'm just like realizing that when you said that. That's crazy. 3
that
years.
I've been there for 3 years. Yeah, I've been there a while. Honestly, I like working there. I like my job. It's super easy. But did I tell you I quit?
No.
Oh yeah, I'm out of there on Friday. That's my last day. So
Holy shit. Okay.
feel free
good for
to.
you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do my other job and pick up more shifts.
Sweet.
So I'm basically exclusively in behavioral health, and then a student
Awesome.
as well as in the lab. So, and I love everything
so now
I'm
you're
doing.
only doing 3 things.
Instead of
only
opposed to my 4. Yes.
Yeah, what the fuck? No, when you first told me that you were gonna work 2 jobs, go to school, and have your lab, I was like, hey, brother.
Hey, brother.
Hey, that
So-
sounds awful.
That was my recent burnout, and my answer was quitting Dutch. And honestly, the day I put in my 2 weeks notice, I felt the massive weight off my shoulders of like, I can breathe. Like I can see the end of the tunnel, and I can like, because I haven't really hung out with anybody, and like we've been having an incredibly hard time scheduling this lately. Between our two
this?
schedules.
Oh yeah.
No, it's been awful. We try and schedule
because like you know you're working every moment of every day, and then if I'm not in class, I'm usually doing homework, and it's like I can make time for some things, but it's like I like our only free time is the night before I have a big like project or exam, and I'm like I can't do that.
It's bad, but now we're trying to get guests back on because I think that'll be a little spicy having some fun guests on and talking about different things.
You know, if we stuck to our list of topics, that would help too. But you know,
that's true. But I feel like the impromptu works a little bit.
The impromptu is great, but I will say we hit 4 of our like 20 today.
We did have 20 topics, but maybe we just gotta, try and focus on the really interesting ones. Then
we gotta. I think we just need to dig deep into them, right?
I don't know. I feel like I would, at least personally for me, rather talk about something that's like really interesting than like make sure I hit everything that I thought could be interesting. Because if I find something and I'm just like, wait a second, like this is really cool, I'd rather just get into it than like.
No, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Oh, I'm gonna segue us to this other thing and like randomly something else because like it can be a little fast paced that way, and then I'm like,
yeah, no, like I think the whole failure thing. that was a good topic, but I little close to home in this moment.
No, yeah, I think I honestly I probably would have talked about it more, like with my own experiences. I kind of didn't get like very specific about it, but I was just like, I just wanted to get my general idea out there for like failure and like we're all kind of experience it similarly,
let's hop back there. Let's hop back there for a little bit.
Are you sure? We are at 3:20. This is the.
Yeah, you know what, I probably, you know what, we can make another video pretty soon, but I do, hey everyone listening, I've got some therapy, so.
Oh, put it on the fucking to-do list. You're telling me, a man who works in behavioral health.
Let's go!
Yeah, take care of yourself.
That's crazy, dude.
I've actually got some Mental Health May merch on right now. I'm wearing some...
Mental Health what merch?
Mental Health May. There was some like...
Oh, like that's like the month of mental health?
I don't know if it's an official thing, but this one psychiatrist.
I'm gonna search it up, see if I get any results.
Anyways, but yeah, he released like merchandise that like the proceeds went to something. I can't remember exactly.
Oh yeah,
what.
Mental Health Awareness Month is May. That's cool.
Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, I did get some merch for it. I realize we're not in May, but there we go. Let's go mental health.
Let's go mental health. Hey, let's hear it for mental health.
Let's hear it. Maybe if we actually ever make money on the podcast, we'll do a donation.
You're not making money from this?
Oh, wait, you are?
Oh, damn.
All right, but today was a bit of a shorter episode, just because we're both super busy and everything, but we'll
get back on it now that Damien's going to be quitting everything, and I'm going to be shooting myself in the leg.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, well, on that note, we'll step away.